Maybe I'm the new Quentin Blackwell. Maybe I'm like British Quentin Blackwell. And then one day we can collab and I'll be like, and she'll be like, oh my gosh, you're literally me, but like in Britain. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, you're literally me, but in America. That's crazy. Okay, enough being delusional. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is so scary. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So basically. Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Christine, and the video that I'm making today is not the video that I planned to be my first video, but then I posted a TikTok about one of my side hustles slash things that I love to do, which is make different puff flavors. And I make a Biscoff one, and it basically blew up, like almost 2 million views. So I've decided that I'm going to make a YouTube video on how to make it. I'll also put like a smaller video on TikTok. So thank you if you came from TikTok to come and see this. But it's basically how to make puff with the Biscoff cream filling. Hopefully this goes smoothly and isn't as unhinged. I'm trying to be normal. I'm like doing my very best to be normal. So hopefully this doesn't come across too unhinged. But if it does, you're just going to have to live with that. No one's allowed to make fun of me because I have Jesus on my side. And so if you go against me, my dad won't like it, period. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for being here. If you like my video, please subscribe because I'm going to do a Fed de la Music vlog, and I'm also making a top for Fat, and that is my other video, and I'm currently working on that at the moment, and that was going to be my first video, but now that's probably going to be the second. Anyway, love to all. Okay, the first thing that you do is get a bowl, and then you need butter, and then you also need Biscoff. I unfortunately can't afford the prices of Biscoff these days because of the cost of living crisis, so I got the Aldi own brand version instead.
Do you need some money?
But obviously, if Biscoff would like to sponsor me, and then I'll do it for them. I'll come to your office, and I'll also take a year's free worth of Biscoff, you know.
If you put a bug in my cup, I will shut the fuck up.
So you only need about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I've gone for like 3 knobs, and then I put it in the microwave for a little bit, but it's really warm today, so I could probably do with just leaving it outside and it'd probably loosen up anyway. But I'm impatient, so I'm gonna put it in the microwave. I would say if you can get Biscoff, but if Biscoff would like to sponsor me, because I'm currently working for the NHS, so I don't have the money to go and start buying Biscoff. So I bought the Aldi version. Now, with the butter, what you want to do is mix it all up so that it's kind of whipped almost, so like it's melted, but not completely melted. You just want to keep mixing, and then what you do is you add Biscoff to it. You need to make sure there's a lot more Biscoff than there is. Can you guys even hear me? You need to make sure there's a lot more Biscoff than there is butter, because if not, it won't work properly, because it's to like kind of thicken it up, because you're going to put it in the fridge after. The second thing is make sure there's no water in there, because if you put water and then you go and you fry it, you will blow up your house. Don't come and call me if you blow up your house, okay? Me, my house is still intact, okay? I'm not responsible for you blowing up your house. So then I go for about 3 tablespoons of Biscoff spread. Obviously, I keep my Biscoff spread in the fridge, so it is hard when it comes out, but it's not actually hard. So you do put it back in the fridge to harden it up. But yeah. Also, low-key, I could eat this straight. I'm kind of actually hungry. Okay, no, Christine. Okay, so as you mentioned, it should kind of look like this. It does kind of look like dog food. But I promise you, it's, well, I mean, I was going to say, I promise you it's nice. It's literally just Biscoff. Everybody, sorry, for everybody who was in the comments saying, oh, is it only me that just doesn't like Biscoff? If you don't like Biscoff, don't make it. If you don't like Biscoff, why are you here? Quite frankly, okay? I like Biscoff. I love Biscoff, okay? I would eat breakfast. I would eat Biscoff for breakfast if I could. So this is for the Biscoff lovers. If you don't love Biscoff, that's fine. I'll probably make a Nutella one soon. But anyway, it should kind of look thick and like it should be able to hold its own, if that makes sense. Like if I pour it like this, like I can show you it. Do you know what I mean? It's still stuck to the bottom of the bowl. That's how it should look. Then you put it in the fridge for 20 minutes at least, but I would put it in the fridge for as long as you can. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't use measurements when I'm cooking puff puff. The ancestors tell me when to start and when to stop, and I listen to them. Okay, they put a hand on my shoulder and they say, "Child, is enough." Okay, and that's when I stop. Every time I probably use a different measurement of everything. So I don't even own a weighing scale. I don't think. So my personal tip when you're making it is, if you stick to any particular measurement, you'll probably never get it right. It's kind of all about the texture. So what I do is I put about half a bag of flour into the bowl, empty that out, and then I put a little well in the middle for all my other ingredients. And then I put nutmeg, which is the classic flavour, cinnamon, and then I put in yeast. I use about a sachet and a half, but you don't have to use a sachet and a half. I think a sachet will probably be fine. Then I stir all those dry ingredients in. I use low salt because I'm a health queen. And then some sugar. For this one, I'm adding way less sugar because the Biscoff is so sweet and it takes over the whole thing. Your water, obviously use warm water, pour it in, and then I give it a mix. The texture you're looking for is like a thick pancake batter. Like it's like a thick pancake batter is the only way I can really describe it. And you have to, guys, this is why I go to the gym. This is the reason I go to the gym. Purely because of this, because of making this. Basically what you're aiming for is you should be able to, after it rises, pick up some and pour it in a bowl, which sounds harder, but you need it, it can't be too liquid basically. So if you're not too sure, but what I always say is it should be able to hold its own but still be pourable. So like here, it's still moving around the bowl, so we're getting there. I'd probably have it a little bit looser. And now I'm covering it with cling film and leaving it in a cool, dark area for about 2 hours-ish. As long as it takes your man to text you back. Not my man though, you have to stay safe though. So I was thinking, how am I going to demonstrate when the Biscoff is ready? Oh. That's how you know it's ready. That's how you know it's ready. It should be stiff. It's been in the fridge, not the freezer. It should be stiff, not moving. Okay? That's how you know that it's ready. Okay, so now to roll the Biscoff into balls, all you have to do is lay down a sheet of foil, as so, okay? Make sure that you've washed your hands. I wash my hands and use hand sanitizer. Then you get your Biscoff out the fridge, then you put it in the corner, and you get a teaspoon. Go in, grab a little bit like this. I shape it on the end of the spoon. And then I put it down in the corner. And that's how you make your little ball. So again, you just grab it, shape it on the end of the spoon, and then put it down. And then you do that for ages. Okay, so that is basically how it will look. And then it looks like Paul's a little Okay, let me not say that. But anyway, then I put them in the freezer for this time for like an hour solid, at least, maybe an hour and a half. Okay guys, so this is how it looks now. It's risen. As you can see, it's basically doubled. So what I do is I tend to leave it until I'm about to fry. Make sure that you don't mix it or anything after it's done. Then what you'll need is a bowl, just with a bit of plain water inside. And that's for your hands, so that your hands are wet when you pick it up, because that's what allows it to slide off your hands and fry. And then here, I don't know if you can see, I have my bowl, my oil that is heating up on the okay, so to start, I always fry a tester one to make sure the oil is hot enough. So as you can see, that little one over there, period, she's frying, she puffed, so that means that it's hot enough for me to put one in. So what I do is I put my hand in the water and then I grab the puff. I make sure I scoop it all up into a bowl with clean hands, friends, please. And then I pour it into the oil. So I'll show you how I do it now. What I do is I put my hand in the water. I grab some, scoop it all into a bowl. Go like this, squeeze and drop, and then it makes a little ball in there, and then that's basically what you do. Then halfway through, just use your like spoon or whatever to flip them over, and then let them cook evenly on both sides, and then you can take them out. If you wanted to know how to fry a basic puff and how to pour it, that's basically how you do it. Okay, so I got my Biscoff bites out the freezer, and what I do for these is I pick up a Biscoff bite, okay? They will come off the floor pretty easily. Wet my hands first. Pick up a Biscoff bite. Scoop up some puff. Let it coat it completely. Then I grab it, and I use that as the ball. Once it's completely coated, I just drop it in. So low-key my bad, I forgot to record a taste test because I was too mesmerised by the puff, but this is how it should look inside, okay? It should not be runny inside. If it's runny inside, that means it's undercooked, okay? The butter should be like a sort of liquid buttery flavour, okay? Kind of running through the whole puff. And to anybody who said I ruined summer, sorry y'all. Reviews.
So I give it, it's very sweet. I give it 9.5.
Okay.
When did you make it?
Yesterday.
Exactly. So if you give it to me fresh, it'd be a 10.
That's what I'm thinking.
But you know what I can tell though?
What?
You didn't put much sugar in it because you knew the Biscoff
Because I
was
knew
sweet.
the Biscoff was
Maybe
sweet.
I can tell.
Do you think so?
Yeah, maybe more on the outside.
That's see, I was thinking because the first time I made it, I added more sugar to the outside. My parents preferred it, but you know how Nigerian parents are. Sugar.